Hi, and welcome back to Survival Fountain of Youth. So where we are is we just got back from Silver Island and we brought a few things with us. Now, firstly, we did find a book. And if we just go to character and we look under fire starting, the book we found was this, which was Ignition is Possible Without a Fire Starter, which I guess could be quite useful. But we did also bring back some silver. So if we just look at the silver, and then just look at the blueprints of the things that we can make with it. It allows us to make two weapons, which is the musketon, taking a while to render in here, but it's the musketon and it's the flintlock gun. Now for both of these we're going to need a set of tools, and we've only got one set currently. We've got the rest of the stuff, apart from this one needs a musket base, but this one also needs a musket base. And if we just look at crafting and then just look at ranged weapons, the three guns that we can actually make are this one, and they all need a set of tools. Now we've only got one set of tools. This one takes a pistol base, and these two, as mentioned, take a musket base. The rest of it we've got. So I've actually gone ahead and made the two musket bases that we need so that we can make the weapons, but also the pistol base. But as mentioned, we've only got one set of tools. Now, if we want to find the other two sets of tools, which will allow us to make the full range of weapons, we would have to go back to the snake region and go to this wreck here. And that would allow us to get two more sets of tools, and then we could make our weapons. So we're going to do that in the next episode. Now, if we just look at the snake region, and just look at the stats on the right-hand side, locations visited 3 out of 4. Missing one there is that wreck. So pieces of natives map 5, interesting sites 13 out of 14, again the wreck, and sets of tools 0 out of 2. So the tools will be found on that wreck, but we just got to do that first. But we're not going to do that this episode. Now, what else did we come back with from Silver Island? We came back with the final specification for one of the missing hunter piece of equipment that we didn't have. So now we've got a full set of hunter gear, and we got some sort of achievement for that. But we also brought back the goods for these two things here. And that was the Pinole recipe, which we found, and we also found the diligence potion. Now, if we just look at the recipes, so firstly the diligence potion. Now what we needed for this was vanilla, and we also needed alcohol and the buckhorn. Now remember, we did find vanilla on Silver Island, up at that kind of temple area where we killed the cat, or rather we found the seeds so that we were able to plant it and grow some. So that's where we got that from. Now if we look at the Pinole, look at the crafting there. So this one required corn and also Black Widow carcass, which we got from the plains on Silver Island, and agave, which we can find pretty much everywhere. Now corn, we had to go find the seeds, and in the previous episode I didn't actually pick them up, but they were at the engineers camp on Silver Island. So we could go back and get the corn there, or rather the corn seeds. But also if you went to Craggy Island and just went around there, you would also find some corn seeds there as well. So that's where we got the corn from to be able to make this. So what does Pinole do? Diligence 50%, so reduces time taken for processes. And this is pretty powerful, as we will see very shortly. The Pinole, I'm not entirely sure how this works. It says increase strength plus 30. And if we go to character and we just look at our strength, now we've got strength level 9, so I'm not sure, does that mean that our strength goes up to 39? Because if so, then reduces stamina, okay, increases damage, increases max carry weight. So it kind of suggests that our carry weight is going to go up by something like 30 times 5% over what we've got, over some sort of base, but I'm not entirely sure how that's going to work. But anyway, it's going to kick our carry weight up, that's for sure. So we are actually, no, we're not, yeah, let's just see how that works actually. I'm just going to take that. So our carry weight is 77 there, increases max weight carrying limit, goes up to 129.5. So what was that? 23 plus 30, that's 52.5. So I'm not entirely sure how that works in relation to the increased strength of plus 30. There's some maths there, I can't figure it out. But anyway, what we were going to do today was we were going to make the Stormbreaker. So the first thing we're going to have to do is go to we just go to journal here. We're going to have to go back to the shaman, and we're going to have to get the recipe or the spec from him. So let's go do that. And here we are back on Crocodile Island. So let's go see the shaman, pick up the blueprint for the Stormbreaker. Because we now have the 20 pieces of native map that he needs. Very well job. Now I talk how my ancestor built a Stormbreaker. Enter one new blueprint unlocked. So now we have, if we just look, press enter again, get out of there. It says come back at some point, so we will do that periodically to see if anything else happens with him. But if we just look at journal, so no goals, so the Stormbreaker one is now done. Go into crafting, and then we go into ships. We should see Stormbreaker, and this is what we need to make it here. Let's go home and make this. Here we are back at home, so let's see. So first things first. Now, we did see, if we went into crafting, exactly what we needed to be able to make the Stormbreaker, but there are 3 upgrades available, and if you want to make the boat and you also want to do the 3 upgrades, here is the sum total of everything that you're going to need. That is 3 split logs, you're going to need 3 dried hide, 3 ropes made of skin, tortoise shell, 2 jackal fangs, 2 boar's tusks, 3 feathers. So I think that was what we needed just for the basic ship, but then the upgrades are going to start to ask for this, and that is 9 long sticks, 6 small sticks, 2 fired pots, 2 fresh tegu hide, so we had to go get this because we'd processed all of the previous ones. 2 jaguar tendons, had those, 2 buffalo horns, had those, happened to have a dried snake tail on hand, 1 regular spider carcass, 3 clay bricks, 2 goat hides. So I had to go get these at, where was this? Iron Island. That's where you find the goats. 2 puma tendons, 1 fresh ray skin. Had to go kill a ray to get that. 1 dried frog, so we had to go back to Sulphur Island, get a blue frog and dry it for this. 2 pieces of caiman leather. Well, we had lots of caiman skins before, so we had that on hand. Buckhorn had that. Black Widow carcass, used all those to make the potions, so I had to go back and get another one. And then finally the diligence potion, which we are about to use. So let's take all. So good, we're underweight. But one other item which I did not have there, which we also need, is a bat. The reason I put it in here is because it has an expiration timer there. I just put it in there so it lasted longer. So anything else? I think that's pretty much it. I'm not sure if we're going to need a hammer or how we're going to make this, but let's go ahead and make it anyway. So crafting ships. Stormbreaker. So if we go this now, look at this process duration, 7 hours and 52 minutes. So that's all the resources which we have. But let's take this guy here, the diligence potion, which reduces time taken for processes. Done. So now let's see how long it takes. 43 minutes. That's very impactful, shall we say. So let's do this. Build. So it took an axe. Okay. 1 new blueprint unlocked. So that's going to be the upgrade. So if we now do upgrade. So we have all of the resources there. Upgrade. Base resources. Axe again. The new blueprint is going to be the next upgrade. So let's do that. There are all the resources for the next upgrade. Base resources. Axe again build. And 1 more upgrade to go. So let's do that. And that's the requirements for the final upgrade. Place resources, build. So we built that with the axe the whole way. So this is now the final product. what do we got? 2 log storage, just like we did on the Great Schooner. So storage 1, 2, 3. So interestingly, remember that we had that book which doubled the storage on the schooner, so that our storage bins went up from 300 to 600. That hasn't applied here. My feeling is that it should have done, because we've now got less storage on this boat than we had on the schooner, because schooner we had 600 times 2, which is 1200. Now we've only got 900. So I've got a feeling that's an oversight from the devs, that these should be reading 600 each. But anyway, what else we got? An improved smelter. Okay, so crafting, so we can do the whole lot in there. Advanced workbench, sorry, advanced chemistry bench. Improved chemistry bench. Rainwater collector, that'll be useful. And somewhere to store liquids. We got bunk made of skins, hearth with a pot, slightly different design. And that's about it. No workbench, which would be, which would kind of make sense given that it's the workbench and also the, yeah, it's, the workbench is the one we use pretty much the most. So it kind of makes sense to have one of those on here. Anyway, that's our Stormbreaker, and we are all ready to now wait for the next region, albeit there's one more episode left in this series at least, and that is to go get the goods for our weapons, where we are going to pop off to back to Silver Island. We're going to go to this wreck and take on a couple of hammerhead sharks there, which are going to operate a little bit differently than the sharks we've seen in the past. So we'll do that in the next episode. So anyway, thanks for watching this one, and see you in the next one. Bye.